Hey, this is Jonathan, and today I'm going to be erasing everything that I just tried to do because I realize now that there's not really much benefit to doing this trade object thing. I mean, what does it really allow me to do? It allows me to, I guess, split this enum across like multiple files, I guess, which could be kind of nice, but ultimately I think that, well, also it also has the downside of being potentially less efficient, or at least more likely to be less efficient. So that's cool. Like I thought about this and I was like, you know what am I doing? This is just dumb. Like there's no point in doing any of this. It doesn't. It just doesn't work that well. You get like this nice big long chain of traits. And I'm not even sure if that works. Just don't do this. Just stop. Just stop and make this a enum again. I just need to move on from this. The ideal solution, I think, would be to go with the original refactor I was trying to do with, or well, do you even call that a refactor? Anyway, the original change I was trying to make with the closures. If I was able to get the closure stuff to work, I would have been happy, but I wasn't able to do it because I suck. So I guess I'm gonna just do the dumb thing and make an enum again. You know, the enum isn't so bad, but man, it feels bad knowing that you suck so badly that you had to go back to the enum. That's the part that really sucks. Like, I'm honestly not like super mad about having to extend this match block to be like a lot bigger. I mean, I can split up the lines too with like, you know, new lines. So if I do have to have like multiple groups of locations, if I want to handle like different maps, like okay, that's all right. I will probably try to figure out the closure way of doing things, but not on camera because that just sounds like a massive pain in the ass. Like I'll do it just later on my own time. For now, we'll just stick to the dumb method. I want to make sure that I actually understand how to do it the other way before I even attempt this, because this would just be way too difficult. Wait, why is there an F? I don't think I need that F. Where did that come from? Why did I have that there? See, now I have like a bunch of crap floating around in my code, and I don't even really know what I was trying to do, and that doesn't like that either. What? Stop complaining. Just let me do my thing. Oh, now it's okay. Alright, there we go. Back to unboxed stuff. You know, I'm glad that we're getting rid of the box at least. I feel like they made boxing like so difficult to work with on purpose to discourage you from boxing in the first place. Like it's like almost like oh, it's a code smell, so we discourage you from doing that. Don't do it. It's sort of like that, I guess. Am I recording? I am recording. Okay, just had to check. Kind of I'm tired as usual because I'm recording at 10 p.m. like I tend to do these days. So, perhaps unsurprisingly, you know, after a day of work and everything, your brain just melts and becomes mush. Also, you can backspace over like across those like these annotations. These that's crazy. Like it treats it like a character. So if I backspace, it doesn't do shit. it just skips right over. Alright. Well, we're almost out of the woods here. What am I doing? I'm doing everything really slowly, and I ought not to. Let me look for all instances of box. That's the only one. There's 5 left. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna keep looking for boxes. And I have this nasty habit of typing locations with an S. Alright, where's the other boxes? Oh, here they are. Of course. Well, there's only 3 of them. Okay, so that means there's 1 box unaccounted for. It's probably in a signature somewhere. That's okay. I can live with that. This is not really that much more efficient, by the way. And I know there's probably a more efficient way of doing this, but I'm tired. I don't want to think. Also, that's just an excuse for the fact that I'm too lazy to actually learn how to, you know, get in the habit of like find replacing and stuff. Doing things in a generally more efficient way. Because I find that a lot of time is spent learning how to be more efficient, and then when you make a mistake when you're doing the things in the efficient way, you have to spend some time to figure out what you did wrong, and then you have to go back, and I don't know. To me, it overall seems like it's not really much of a net gain unless you're like super perfect and you don't make mistakes while you're taking your shortcuts. Because like taking shortcuts is fine and it can make you go faster, but if you accidentally, you know, mess things up while you're using your shortcuts, well, then that leads to problems now, doesn't it? And that just slows things down again. So yeah, I prefer to just do things in the simple, dumb way that is very consistent. Anyhow, I don't remember what I did or how any of this stuff works, but I think we should be okay. Because I don't think I ended up changing all that much, like at the end of the day. I honestly don't remember. I'm gonna try running it. Was it really that not messy? After this I'm gonna try, well, you know what, I don't know. It depends. I kind of feel tired and I don't want to record for very long. No! What do you mean you don't implement debug? Because I forgot that I have to do a bunch of things for this. Crap. Derive! Derive the entire world! Everything in it! Well, I have to derive all these at least, I know that much. Then I have to derive, like, what, hash? And, I forgot what else I had to maybe even derive. I don't need this hasher anymore, that's for sure. I think I do still need to derive hash for location though, right? Because otherwise I can't live. Wait, format? Wasn't it format debug? Am I going crazy? I'm losing it now, aren't I? I don't need format. Why did I have format here? Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Do I even need this? Maybe I need this, at least. Well, I can collapse this. In that case. Is that all the traits I was using before, though? I don't think so. Oh no, I had EQ as well. That looks approximately what I had before. Something unused import. Oh, really? I don't even need that? Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea. Wait, why do I have an unused import hasher? Oh, right, because this is here too. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even using any of this. Let's check. And the test pass. Okay, see, look how nice it is when I go back to the original enum one. It's just like everything just works. Like, wow. Look how nice that was. Also don't need to do this anymore, I guess. I only have one item. Yeah, that works really well. I think at this point, I just want to make sure that everything's kind of slightly cleaner, maybe. As clean as I can make it. Why do I have item? I don't need item, do I? I have item here, but oh, I do need item. Okay. Yeah, no, I like where it is right now. I'm going to pause and I'm gonna push my changes. Okay, so I went and pushed my changes to the repository. So now it should run another Travis build, which is kind of cool. So yeah, last time I think I mentioned that Amethyst decided to update, which is cool. I mean, I do legitimately think that's a really cool thing. I am happy to see that Amethyst is being updated and it's improving a lot. I think they even have like a user interface that you can use, so like a Unity where you have an actual editor. So it's like supposed to be super user friendly and all, but I kind of don't really want to do that. I don't want to use the user interface because my goal is to, uh, learn Rust while I'm actually, writing my game. So, yeah, I think I'll continue using the engine as is. So, the first thing I have to do is probably update my dependencies, don't I? Cargo toml, yeah. So now we can do things in that other super duper special awesome way that we were trying to do before, but I screwed up. Or, well, before I realized that that version wasn't what I had. So this is going to be kind of cool. We're going to go straight to the next version of Amethyst. So yeah. I think this is doing a cargo update, right? I hope it is, because I have no idea. We're gonna have to use the new like simple states and whatnot though, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. I know that they also made a statement saying that their Pong example is the only example that they really make an effort to keep up to date no matter what. So yeah, that's like the one example that you should always look at when using this engine. Always trying to, write code related to this engine. So, yeah. I guess, yeah, I'm pretty happy about the Amethyst update, but having to update all my code, well, I don't really have that much code, so that's not really such a big problem. Still kind of annoying, though. It shouldn't be too hard, though, I imagine. I really hope that it actually does the cargo update properly, though. I mean, I'm using the plugin. I'm using the IntelliJ Rust plugin. So I feel like it should automatically handle that kind of stuff for me. But I don't know. Who do you trust? I know that if you're just doing like Rust C from the command line or like cargo run, cargo build and stuff, you do have to manually cargo update when your like dependencies change and stuff. Otherwise, you get errors. So doing everything through the IDE should, in theory, be a little bit better, but I don't even know what features the IDE has, or the IDE plugin has. Mostly because I do check out their updates on their site from time to time, but I don't really, like, read through everything and necessarily understand everything that they've said. Nor do I necessarily remember everything they've said, because, I don't know, there's so many, like, change logs now for IntelliJ Rust at this point that it's kind of hard to... Yep, look at that, that changed. It's core application now, and I don't think it was core application before. That definitely looks different. And man, this is so different. I'm very happy to be able to switch, though, to the newest version of Amethyst and not have to worry about, oh man, but like, is the change from 0.8 to 0.9 going to be like crazy difficult? Because we're already going to be on 0.9. So yeah, every cloud has a silver lining, I guess. Oh, this is taking a while. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I have absolutely no idea why this error's here. So shred, I think, is a separate crate. And I think they use it in the specs ECS library, if I'm not mistaken. What? Oh no. What is happening right now? Cannot compile Amethyst renderer? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm not really sure what to do. I think I do need to do a cargo update. Ugh, and that kind of sucks. So the IntelliJ Rust plugin doesn't handle that for you, it seems. What's this do? Oh. It's not super helpful. Huh. This is interesting. I don't think I ever noticed this here. Has this always been here? What does this do? There's like a little bug. Is that like a debug mode? I don't think that works. What's this? Oh, I can run cargo commands. Fascinating. And cargo update. What? Oh, no such command cargo. What if I just go update? Okay, there, did a registry update. Well, that was fast. Okay, now if I try running, is that okay? Oh, that's just gonna try running the update again. Huh. Interesting. Alright, now that I did the cargo update, maybe that'll fix my problems. Maybe. I'm not really sure how likely that is, but it said that the Amethyst renderer had problems, and I mean that should really compile. I mean, it'd be kind of silly for a dependency not to compile, unless it was really that bad. But I've seen stuff running on 0.9 already, so I'm fairly certain that this will be okay. Another kind of cool thing that happened, I guess, semi-recently is hints in the version 30 of the ALTTP rando. Oh, that was pretty cool. It's an idea I never really thought of, but yeah, it kind of plays into the whole like information as being a valuable resource in the game. Like, if you had the ability to check your opponent's inventory, like I had that idea, and I think I even like posted about that in one of my blog posts. But yeah, like having information really changes the way that you play the game, because it tells you where to go or where not to go, or it just generally has an influence on the way that people route the game. So I'm a huge fan of the new hints. I just wish that the hints were, I don't know, easier to read. Like if a hint says, oh, there's a unique item, like unique item doesn't really tell you exactly what items can appear at the location. Because it does consider certain things like gloves as unique, but I think it doesn't consider swords to be unique. So, like, that just seems kind of weird that one progressive item wouldn't be considered. It wouldn't fall under the unique item category, but another one would. I mean, I guess they have different enough names, but tempered sword, gold sword, those are just because they're swords. I mean, power glove and titan's mitt. I mean, that's not really that different. So I don't know. I don't really understand why the difference. At least I'm pretty sure that swords are not considered unique. I don't remember. There was like a big document explaining it all, and I feel like that kind of stuff is it's good to be transparent about that. I would greatly prefer if the game actually told the player that somewhere, like maybe not outright and up front, but if you added like hints to your game, I would imagine that you would want to clear up some of the terminology, or at least write the hint to be completely clear to begin with. So yeah, that's pretty much my take. That's my hot take on hints. I imagine hints would also be a problem in terms of like localization too. So that's another thing to consider. Your audience may not necessarily be able to read the language that the hints provide. So maybe, like, instead of having hints be text, it might be better to have hints be like pictures or something. I don't know. There's multiple ways to go about this kind of issue, and I think it's definitely something interesting and worth thinking about. But for now, that's not something that we need to worry about. Right now, we're worried about all these problems that we ran into. So far, 3 errors, but I imagine there's probably more buried under this. That's just kind of how this stuff works, so we need to start updating our code for Amethyst 0.9. Hooray! Which means I have to go back and look at that Pong example. Not that. This. Yes. Pong. Give me the Pong. And since they made this push pretty recently, it should be pretty simple to just... well, I shouldn't have to go and dig up the old commit, because I don't think they've changed that much. They have to kind of stabilize at some point. At least that's what I figure. Might not be the case though. Alright, so they use simple state. I'll use simple state because they use simple state. I think I can actually even like cut this out, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they only have an on start. Like, what? Don't even have to implement the rest of this stuff. Like, that's really cool. I'm not even sure if I want to put anything in my on start method. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it, because yeah, where does it actually update this? So the state? I don't know. It's not here anymore though. Probably happens in a system, so that's kind of cool. I'm wondering what that means though. Does that mean they got rid of that, or is there like a default implementation? I'm gonna go back and look. I just want to be sure that I'm understanding things. This is not the place to go. I want to be here. So, simple state. I did look at this not that long ago, so the fact that I forgot already is kind of silly. No, it still has handle event and everything. It just has a default implementation of trans none now. Or was it always like that? It probably was always like that. I'm just not really that good at remembering. Simple state, where are you? Simple state. What if I control F? Simple. Oh no, it's right here. Well, I guess I don't have to control F then. Yeah, so this is just like a default thing now? That's kind of interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. I guess you want to make a really simple game, this works for you. Sort of boilerplatey. So, yeah. I guess if you want, you can just use simple state. I don't really like the fact that I have to look at the source code, though, to figure that out. It's, because how else would you know that this is doing a trans quit, or trans none otherwise, you know, like... So this is not the most clear thing. Although, to be fair, all it's doing is checking if you close the window, so that would be pretty easy to... That would be really easy to document, except the documentation comment literally doesn't mention anything about that, so that's cool. Other than that, I guess it doesn't really change anything, huh? Cool. I'm A-okay with that. Now, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to change some other stuff on a different level. Or am I? Am I? Actually, I don't know if I have to. I think this still works, doesn't it? Missing lifetime specifiers. Oh no, I'm bad. Expected 2 lifetime parameters. Well, I gave it to, didn't I? Did I not give it to right here? Are you kidding? Where is it? Where'd it go? I'm gonna go back to Pong. Yeah, I gave it the... Oh, you see this? They got rid of the game data. Sneaky, sneaky. I don't even know if game data is relevant anymore. Is there even a game data, like, object at all? Does that exist? So much has changed. It's crazy. Yeah, this still takes a game data, so no, it's not nothing has really changed there. I just don't know what's in the game data anymore. But I can still use it. It's another thing in the prelude, I'm sure. Oh, all these warnings. I need to clean those warnings up. That's way too many warnings for my liking, honestly. Whoa, 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 oh, whoa. That was weird. You see that white square? I mean, how could you not? That's interesting. Whoa, look at all this information. That's so much more information than before. Wow. Those logs are going to get really, really crowded, aren't they? They just get dumped into the console here, too. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like it'd be better if they just got dumped into some kind of file or something. Don't dump it into my console. I mean, I guess it's okay where it is right now for something so small, but man, they've already logged, like, so much. Anyway, we can close that, and everything's fine. So yeah, not too much has changed. Not enough to really affect me. So that was the upgrade to Amethyst 0.9. It was really, really easy. I don't even need this anymore, do I? No, I don't. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I'm gonna leave the comma on here because I like that. That makes me happy that I can just have this comma here, and then I can just hit enter and keep going next time I need to add more use statements. That's really cool. That white square thing is really strange. I wonder why it happens. It doesn't really matter though, in my opinion. It's not going to make enough of a difference. Functions never use fast forward. Wait, the fast forward is never used? What? The fast forward is never used? Really? I thought it was. Oh. Oh wait, no, that's because it's only being used by a test. Duh. I'm not using it in my main method that I'm actually running. Yeah, okay. Well, this is a pretty good start, I'd say. Yeah, progression filler is not used. And fill location is not used. What else is not used? Progression filler is not, of course. Has item is not used. Is successful is not used. Yeah, and these variants are never constructed, of course. Item 3? What's item 3? Oh, that's a variant, okay. For some reason I thought of, like, the Mega Man item 3. Unused variable data. Well, that's because I haven't done anything here yet, but I probably will. I want to do stuff, I just don't know what to do yet. But yeah, here we go. This is the beginning of the end. No, the beginning of our project. My project. Mini-rando. I know some people don't really like ECS, but eh. I mean, this one's parallel. Supposedly it's really fast, so yeah. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I don't really have a plan. Right, I do have a plan. I came up with one last time, didn't I? Yeah. I was like, oh, let's start with something like this, so that's kind of what I want to do. Let's start with something like that. How am I going to do that? How do I begin? Where do I begin? I haven't really thought about how many states I'm going to have, either. I should have planned that out. I think the way I want to do it is... Let's draw. Let's draw pictures. Drawing pictures is great. I don't need this. Why do I have this? This is useless. I could keep it, I guess, but what's the point? I had some intention when I made that, and I obviously threw that out a while ago, so there's no point. This is our starting state, so this will be like the main menu, I guess. So planning out, I'm just planning out my, I guess, graph of different rooms or scenes or states, because this engine uses a state-based sorry, wow, really? Did I say that? It's a stack-based state machine. I mean, I guess it also has STA, so of course I'm gonna get that mixed up once. But since it's a stack-based state machine, we can also like push states and then pop them to go back to the previous one. So we can have like a push to like activate a pause menu and then pop that pause menu state back off so you can continue playing the game. That's exactly the kind of stuff that I'm probably going to be doing. There's also like the concept of spaces. I've seen like one talk about that. That seems like a kind of interesting idea, but I don't really know if I want to do that. Or I don't really know how I would exactly do that either. So yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about things like that. I'm just going to try and stick to something simple. A simple little state, finite state machine. Not worry too much about things like spaces for now until I've actually built something at all. Because yeah, this is my first time really building a real game out of Amethyst, so I'm just trying to get acquainted to the engine. So I was gonna have a main menu, wasn't I? And what else is there gonna be in this game? Probably. Okay, so how does Rando usually work? There's like a main menu, and you can start the game, which, well, typically you have to pre-generate the seed first, so that probably isn't a good idea. I think what I want to do, and I'm gonna jot this down real quick. We're gonna have like a main menu, and then we're gonna have what? You can enter in like a seed. You should be able to enter in the seed somewhere, because this isn't like a ROM where you can like randomize it first and then just run the ROM on the emulator and it'll just do its thing. We actually have to do the randomization in the game. So yeah, there'll be a place to enter seeds, I guess. I think that we would be able to transition into the game itself. I think randomization should be fast enough that it won't take like an entire loading screen to randomize. It really isn't that slow typically. At least from what I found. I've kind of dabbled in a randomizer with like over 500 things to be randomized, and that still took like less than a second. So unless you're doing a really, really, really bad randomizer, like if you're using a horrible filler algorithm or something, then yeah, I can definitely see it taking a long time. I've heard that the Z4 randomizer is pretty terrible. The Z4 randomizer being like the I think it's Link's Awakening. I've heard that it can take like upwards of like, I don't know, an hour or more just to generate a seed sometimes, because I think they try to do like a generate and test algorithm, and that's not a good one. Yeah, don't do that, kids. Anyway, we're gonna have an ability to enter the seed here. There's also gonna be the ability to I guess start game. How about, I don't know, start game random seed. I think that makes sense. Having two ways to start the game is nice. Well, I could, what I should actually do is have start seeded game, and then that will transition into a state where you can enter in a seed. So this will be like the seeded game state, and the other one there would be no state for that, so we would just have like another bubble here. And this bubble will just say game state, or well, I'll call it play state, because that's easier for me to keep separate from, you know, the general concept of game states. Yeah, and we'll just have like an arrow. Well, these arrows kind of suck because they force you to use a certain direction. And that kind of stinks. So we're gonna draw arrows. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna just hand draw these arrows. You couldn't tell, my artwork sucks. So I mean, I guess I'm not particularly trying hard with this because it's just a diagram, but it's not too different from my actual drawing skills. My actual drawing skills suck, so how am I going to make a game? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm probably just going to use placeholder sprites to begin with, because that's what I know what to do, or how to do? Yeah, that's what I know how to do. I think that's right. And yeah, that seems pretty good. I like this. When this is done, I think I want to have a end state where it's like the game is ended, you win, go back. Does that make sense? I think so. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Actually, I don't want to put that arrow there because then it's going to be inconvenient for me to reach where I want to go. So we're going to put it right here. We're going to have like an end state. Am I actually going to save this diagram? I probably will. I actually probably will. Because this guy is going to be pretty useful for me when I completely forget everything that I'm trying to do, which is more than likely to happen. My memory is not that great, and it's especially not great when I'm tired. Look at that. See, so we'll have a play state and go into an end state, and then it'll go back to the main menu. So that's cool. I guess here's where we need to do like a stack sort of thing. How am I going to do that? How am I going to represent that? I guess what I could do is move this guy and then add another like sub-state, I guess. So we're going to like push this state onto this state, and this one will be our pause menu, I guess. Pause menu. And there you go. That's what I imagine the whole game is going to look like. Except that also doesn't make any sense, does it? Because what about other options? Like how are you gonna set? I don't know. Like select a map or whatever. I guess that's too ambitious for this. I'm going to avoid trying to do that and just say whatever. This is what I have here is fine. Yeah, I'm going to be happy with this. Oh, there's a shower going in the background. It's not me. I'm not showering right now. I'm recording. And I think, yeah, I like this diagram. I'm going to actually I think I'm actually going to save this. Okay, there we go. I saved it. So yeah, in my notes, I'm just gonna say that yeah, there's gonna be all this stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say refer to FSM diagram. That seems simple enough to me. And there we go. That's the general flow of everything. I think I'm gonna stop here actually, because this showering stuff is gonna be kind of annoying. So yeah, I reverted my dumb changes, got the test to pass again. I'll look into the closure stuff later, and I've planned out what the state machine for the game is going to look like. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely very happy with that.